And good afternoon, everyone. It is time for the final act of episode Echoes, but it is also week 1. So, for those interested, I will be streaming this evening around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll be going over or playing through what narrative there is for week 1, as well as grouping up with some clanmates to do the new exotic mission for the Choir of One exotic auto rifle. If you haven't seen that, I'll have a trailer in description below that Bungie released yesterday. But for now, let's dive into our weekly rotators, shall we? Starting off with Vanguard. For Nightfalls this week, it is Heist Battleground Europa. We will have, as you can tell over on this side, anti-barrier and unstoppable champions. So make sure you have the right weapons equipped, as well as the right artifact mods to tackle that fairly simply. The weapon for this week is also Shadow Price, so I'll have a link for that in the description below, so you can check out the various roles you can get from it. For Gambit this week, it's the boost, so you can get double infamy, so it's a good week to grind out for the Gambit ornament for the seasonal weapon, if you would so want to. And then over in Crucible, we have Rift and Sparrow Control for this week, if you want to do any of those activities. Alright. As for our rotators, however, over on Southern Swirl World, it is Vow of the Disciple. So this week you can do all the challenges for all the encounters, as well as farm out the exotic weapon if you so need to still, or any other aspect of that dungeon for red borders and whatnot. Alright, our dungeon can be found on Cosmodrome as well as Eternity, and it's Grasp of Avarice. So if you're still trying to farm some good Artifice armor, this is a good way to do it, as you can go to D2 checkpoint and get the hard checkpoint for the final encounter. Oop, too far. My bad. In the Legend tab, the rotating exotic mission for the week is Avalon Overload. So if you're still trying to get that, the final catalyst for the exotic glaive, there we go. I knew it would come to me eventually. This is the time to do it, or any other craftable aspects of the glaive. Over in the Pale Moon, the match made for Overthrow is in the Impasse, and then the weekly focus mission is the Ascent. And remember, you have to do this with 2 players, because you have to shoot a certain enemy, the front and the back, as well as 2 nodes that spawn in various sides of rooms at the same time, so keep that in mind. Our daily Lost Sector for this week is over in the Cosmodrome, and it's going to be the Exodus Garden. It's going to have Barrier and Overload champions. And then lastly, on Neptune, the Terminal Overload over here in Zephyr Concourse, with the current daily incursion zone being Limbing Harbor. So keep that in mind, there won't be any incursion zones tomorrow, as it will be overlapping with the Overload. Alright. That is it for our rotators. Ooh. Alright. Like I said in the beginning, it is time for Act 3, Week 1 of episode Echoes. So keep in mind, to start the quest, you need to go to Failsafe over in the Helm. There is no kidnapping or anything, so you're welcome. You can just sign in and go straight here if you want to, or do whatever else you need to first. And then for our weekly challenges, we have 9 this week. First off, we have Core Valuables 1, complete Act 3, Part 1 of a Rising course. Network Transit, access the Auxiliary Transit Nexus in the exotic mission Encore. Research and Development 7, complete the research quest for Specimen ID NES-007. Learning Computer 3, reset your reputation rank twice with Failsafe in the Helm. Simulated Rock and Stone 3, mine and acquire Emerald and Violet Radiolite, which is the new stones for this act. Failsafe Cracker 3, open Echo Chest at the end of the exotic mission Encore. Echoing Firepower 3, defeat combatants in the exotic mission Encore with machine guns and trace rifles. Earn bonus progress using seasonal weapons, and don't forget, there is a new seasonal weapons for the machine gun and trace rifle, shocking enough, that you can craft, as well as I believe one or two more returning weapons for our Saint 14 themed. Then we have one chord, many voices. Acquire the catalyst for choir of one, which will probably require doing the exact mission on hard. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I'm sure we'll find out later. And then lastly, Red Hot Riff. Defeat Vex with solar damage and Gambit or Vanguard Ops activities, which is kind of odd since the God Rifle is void. But hey, at least we have a new solar machine gun we can use. Alright. So that is it for our new weekly quest as well as our seasonal challenges. So let's do one dive into our Eververse store, going over the brightest items for the week, shall we? Just a reminder, on the front page, I've already claimed it, you will find a weekly offering for free of 350 Bright Dust, so make sure you claim that each week. Alright, so starting off with, we have the Chef's Kiss emote from this season. It's very simple. We have the Omega Machinos gloves. This is for Warlocks, so Hunter and Titan will have their own. And this is from Osiris. We then have the Dreaming Shimmer transmit effect from Plunder. The Boreal Char shader from Splicer. It's a nice blue tone to things. Not a bad one. Then we have the Biolume shader from Arrivals. Doesn't work well on this armor set, but you could probably find a good armor set for it to work with. Alright, on the Bright Dust page, we have the You Pass emote from this season. We have the You Fail emote from this season. The photovoltaic shell from Plunder. If you want your ghost to be a little satellite dish. We then have the Firebreak Rescuer Sparrow from Splicer. The Star Racer 95 ship from Deep. Very bright. We then have the Doubt Weapon Ornament for Trust, if you want to get this week, from Dawn. Then the Side Eye Projection from Defiance. Alright, up next we have the Bruise Blush shader from Undying. We then have the Grayscale Undergrowth shader from Dawn. Next we have the Heated Shield shader from Chosen. We then have the Sinking Feeling shader from Seraph. Alright, the Reflection of Transmit effect from Osiris. The Heartbreaking Entrance Transmit effect from... I can't think of it. And then lastly, the Dreaming Shimmer transmit effect from Plunder. Alright, that is it. Again, don't forget to pick up your free 350 Bright Dust from the front page of the Eververse store. But I hope you all have a wonderful week 12 of Episode Echoes. Again, I'll be live streaming this. Excuse me. I'll be live streaming at around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be playing through the weekly narrative for this week, as well as doing the exotic mission with a few clanmates. So, hope you all have a wonderful time, and I will see you next video, everybody. Goodbye.